Welcome to the first episode of our interview question series. 90% of people give boring self-introductions in interviews. But today, I'm giving you a complete set of answers you can use right away. By the end of this video, you'll master all 29 common interview questions, hear the most typical answers, natural analysis, and learn the best responses that impress hiring managers. If you want more proven interview strategies like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you're always ready for your next interview. Let's get started with the first question. Tell me about yourself.
I'm Sarah, a project coordinator with 3 years of experience. I manage project timelines, track budgets, and keep communication clear across teams. In my last project, I helped reduce delays by 15% by improving how we tracked tasks.
All right, let's take a closer look at why this answer could be improved. This is a decent start, but most candidates sound like they're reading their resume. The key is to give a short story that shows who you are, where you are now, and where you're going. You want the interviewer to quickly see your value. Now, let's dive into what a great answer might sound like.
I'm Sarah, a project coordinator with 3 years of experience. Right now, I manage schedules and budgets and make sure teams stay on track. Recently, I improved task tracking and cut delays by 15%. I'm excited to bring the same focus on efficiency to your projects.
Why do you want to work here?
I heard your company is a leader in the industry, and I want to work in a place with growth opportunities.
Okay, here's the thing. This answer is too generic. Interviewers hear it all the time, and it doesn't show that you've done your homework. A strong answer mentions something specific about the company and connects it to your personal goals. Let's check out an example of a more compelling answer.
I admire how your company leads in sustainable projects and supports innovation. That focus inspires me, and I want to be part of a team that creates long-term impact. My goal is to grow into a project manager role, and I see that path here.
What are your strengths?
I'm hardworking, organized, and a good team player.
Let's break this down a bit. Listing adjectives like hardworking or organized is fine, but it feels empty without proof. The best way is to pick one key strength and give a short, real example that shows you in action. Here's what a polished answer could sound like.
My biggest strength is keeping projects on track. For example, I once handled 3 overlapping deadlines by reorganizing tasks and aligning the team early. We delivered all projects on time and got great feedback.
What are your weaknesses?
I'm a perfectionist.
Now, don't panic if you're thinking about what to say here. Saying, "I'm a perfectionist" is too common and rehearsed. A better approach is to choose a real area you've worked to improve, showing that you can grow. Let's see an example of a thoughtful response.
I used to spend too much time double-checking every detail. Now I set time limits for reviews and ask a teammate for a quick check. This keeps quality high but saves time.
Describe a challenging situation at work and how you handled it.
We had a tight deadline, but I worked hard and got it done.
Let's imagine the interviewer's perspective for a second. Just saying, "I worked hard," doesn't give them much to go on. A good answer tells a mini story, the situation, what you did, and the result. That way, they see your problem-solving skills. Here's a strong way to frame your story.
Last year, a supplier delay put our launch at risk. I called an emergency meeting, found an alternate vendor, and adjusted the schedule. We still launched on time and stayed within budget.
Tell me about a time you worked in a team.
I like working in teams, and I get along well with everyone.
Think of it this way. Saying you get along with everyone is polite, but not enough. What they want is a concrete example where you collaborated effectively and made a difference. Let's take a look at a clear example of that.
In a recent project, I worked with designers and engineers to launch a new feature. I made sure everyone had updates every week and solved issues quickly. The feature went live smoothly and users loved it.
Why should we hire you?
I'm qualified and hardworking.
Let's pause and think. This is your chance to sell yourself. Saying I'm qualified and hardworking is safe, but forgettable. You want to connect your experience directly to what the company needs. Here's how you could do it.
You should hire me because I bring 3 years of hands-on project coordination experience and a record of cutting delays. I can help your team deliver faster and with fewer surprises.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I want to grow with the company.
Here's something to keep in mind. Loyalty is good, but being vague won't impress anyone. Employers want to see that you have direction and that your goals align with what they can offer. Let's look at a sharper, more focused answer.
In 5 years, I see myself as a project manager leading larger projects. I plan to earn a PMP certification and keep improving my leadership skills so I can take on more responsibility.
How do you handle pressure or tight deadlines?
I stay calm and do my work.
All right, so staying calm is great, but that alone doesn't tell the interviewer how you manage pressure. A stronger answer shares your process and habits under tight deadlines. Here's an example that shows exactly that.
I break the work into smaller tasks, focus on top priorities, and communicate with my team early. This keeps everyone clear and avoids last-minute surprises. It's helped me meet every tight deadline so far.
How do you prioritize tasks when you have multiple deadlines?
I just work on the most important task first and then finish the rest.
Okay, let's see how this answer could be stronger. Simply picking the most important task is a start, but it doesn't show a clear system. Interviewers want to know you can stay organized and manage multiple priorities effectively. All right, now let's check out the best answer.
I first list all the tasks and deadlines, then rank them by urgency and impact. I tackle the most critical ones first and keep stakeholders updated. This way, nothing slips through the cracks.
Tell me about a time you disagreed with your boss.
I usually just follow what my boss says.
Here's the deal. Saying you never disagreed can make you seem passive. A strong answer shows you can communicate respectfully and handle conflict professionally. Next, let's see what a stronger response looks like.
Once, I disagreed with the project timeline because it risked quality. I explained my concerns, suggested a small adjustment, and my boss agreed. The project turned out great.
How do you stay motivated during repetitive tasks?
I just keep working until it's done.
Let's think about this. Persistence is good, but interviewers want to see that you have a strategy to stay focused and maintain quality even when the work is boring. Okay, now we can take a look at the best answer.
I set small goals, take short breaks, and remind myself why the task matters. This helps me stay focused and finish accurately.
How do you handle receiving negative feedback?
I just listen and try to improve.
All right, here's the thing. Listening is a start, but you want to show that you can take feedback constructively and act on it. That's what makes you grow. Let's move on and hear the ideal response.
I listen carefully, ask questions to be sure I understand, and then make a plan to improve. For example, I once got feedback about my reports being too long, so I created a shorter format that my manager loved.
Tell me about a time you had to learn something quickly.
I just read the manual and learned it.
Let's break this down. Reading a manual works, but interviewers like to see you adapt fast and take initiative to deliver results under pressure. Now, let's check the best way to answer this.
When our company switched to new software, I watched tutorials, practiced after hours, and even made a cheat sheet for my team. We all got up to speed in a week.
How do you deal with a difficult coworker?
I just ignore them and focus on my work.
Okay, think about it. Ignoring conflict keeps the peace, but it doesn't show you can resolve issues maturely. Employers want to see good communication and problem-solving skills. Next up, let's hear the best answer.
I try to understand their perspective and talk calmly about the problem. Once I had a teammate who missed deadlines, so I asked how I could help. We agreed on better check-ins and things improved.
Describe a time you went above and beyond.
I stayed late to finish a project.
Here's something to notice. Staying late is common, but interviewers want to see initiative and tangible impact. How did your extra effort make a difference? All right, now let's see the ideal response.
When a key client had last-minute changes, I reorganized tasks and worked with the team over the weekend. We delivered early, and the client extended their contract.
How do you stay organized?
I make a to-do list.
Let's look at this. A to-do list is basic. The interviewer wants to know about habits or tools that keep you consistently on top of your work. Next, let's see what a stronger answer sounds like.
I use a project management tool to track tasks and deadlines, review priorities every morning, and block time for deep work. This keeps me ahead of schedule.
Tell me about a time you failed and what you learned.
I can't think of any failure.
Okay, here's the reality. Claiming you've never failed sounds unrealistic. A thoughtful answer shows resilience and ability to learn from mistakes. Now, let's hear the best answer for this.
Early in my career, I missed a reporting deadline. I owned the mistake, created a reminder system, and haven't missed one since. It taught me to plan ahead.
How do you adapt to change?
I just try to stay flexible.
Let's consider this. Being flexible is good, but it's better to show a concrete process and positive attitude when things shift unexpectedly. All right, time to check out the ideal answer.
When changes happen, I ask questions to understand the reason, adjust my plan quickly, and communicate with my team. During a reorg, I helped everyone stay focused and we met our targets.
What do you do if you don't know the answer to a question at work?
I just try to figure it out myself.
All right, so independence is good, but relying only on yourself can waste time. A stronger answer shows that you know when and how to ask for help effectively. Next, let's see the best answer.
I first try to research on my own, and if I still can't solve it, I ask a teammate or a manager for guidance. This keeps work moving without delays.
How do you handle conflicts with colleagues?
I just avoid arguments and keep working. If something bothers me, I try to ignore it.
Okay, let's take a look. Avoiding conflict may keep things peaceful in the short term, but it doesn't show problem-solving or communication skills. Employers want to see that you can address issues respectfully and work towards solutions that benefit the team. Now, let's hear a stronger answer.
When a conflict arises, I first take time to understand the other person's perspective. Then, I schedule a quick conversation, listen carefully, and propose a solution that works for both sides. For example, I once resolved a scheduling conflict by suggesting a rotation that everyone agreed on.
Can you give an example of a time you showed leadership?
I led a team once to complete a project. We finished it on time.
All right, this is a decent start. Just stating that you led a team is vague and doesn't show impact. Employers want to see your specific actions, decisions, and how you motivated others to achieve results. Here's how you can make it more compelling.
I led a team of 5 on a project with a very tight deadline. I organized the work into smaller milestones, delegated tasks based on strengths, and held daily check-ins. As a result, we finished ahead of schedule and earned recognition from senior management.
Tell me about a time you made a mistake and how you fixed it.
I once made an error in a report, but I fixed it quickly and moved on.
Let's think about this. Simply saying you corrected it doesn't show reflection or growth. Interviewers want to see that you take responsibility, analyze what went wrong, and make sure it doesn't happen again. Here's a stronger approach.
I once sent out a report with a data error that could have caused confusion. I immediately notified my manager, corrected the report, and sent an updated version to the team. Afterward, I created a simple checklist process that reduced similar mistakes by 40%.
How do you stay updated with industry trends?
I sometimes read articles online when I have free time.
Okay, this is a start. Casual reading shows some awareness, but employers look for consistency and effort. They want candidates who actively seek out learning opportunities and apply what they learn on the job. Let's hear a better response.
I subscribe to 2 leading industry newsletters, attend quarterly webinars, and participate in a professional online community. Recently, I learned about a new software update through one of these webinars and recommended we test it, which improved our workflow.
Describe a project you're most proud of.
I once completed a big project for a client, and they were happy.
All right, completing a project is good, but this answer lacks details. Employers want to know about challenges you faced, your contributions, and measurable outcomes. A strong answer highlights problem solving and impact.
I'm most proud of a cross-department project where we were short on resources. I negotiated extra support from another team, coordinated weekly updates, and solved a major supply issue. The project was delivered 2 weeks early and increased client satisfaction scores by 20%.
How do you manage multiple projects at once?
I just work hard and try to finish everything before the deadline.
Let's see. This shows basic effort but lacks strategy. Employers want to see your ability to plan, prioritize, and avoid last-minute chaos. Here's what a stronger answer looks like.
I use a project management tool to track tasks, set priorities based on deadlines and impact, and block time on my calendar for focused work. This approach helps me stay on top of all projects and communicates status updates clearly to stakeholders.
What motivates you to do your best work?
I like when my boss notices my work and says good job.
Okay, motivation is partly personal, but mentioning only recognition can make it sound self-centered. Employers want to hear about deeper motivation, purpose, growth, and impact. Here's a better way to frame it.
I'm motivated by solving challenging problems and helping my team succeed. For example, I enjoy finding process improvements that save time for everyone. Seeing the positive results of my work is what keeps me engaged.
Tell me about a time you had to make a difficult decision.
I once had to choose between two options and pick the one that seemed best.
All right, this is vague and doesn't give insight into your reasoning. Interviewers want to know how you analyze options, consider risks, and make a well-thought-out decision. Here's a strong example.
I once had to decide whether to delay a product launch due to a quality concern. I gathered data, consulted with the QA and marketing teams, and weighed the risks. In the end, I recommended a 2-week delay to ensure quality, which prevented costly customer complaints.
How do you handle constructive criticism?
I just listen quietly and try to improve next time.
Okay, listening is good, but passive. Employers want to see that you ask questions, take notes, and use feedback to grow. Here's what a strong answer can sound like.
When I receive feedback, I thank the person, ask clarifying questions if needed, and put together an action plan. For instance, after feedback on my presentation skills, I enrolled in a public speaking course and significantly improved my confidence.
You've just learned the first 29 common interview questions, heard typical answers, natural analysis, and the best responses that can impress hiring managers. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. That way, you won't miss the next episode where we go even deeper with advanced interview questions and answers. Also, drop a comment below and tell me which question was the most challenging for you. I'd love to cover it in more detail in a future video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.